Hey guys, yeah, it's about 9:16 in the evening on this Friday night, TGIF, the last Friday um, in April. Yeah, this month went by fast, and I will admit that this past week it's kind of been a week of adjusting, and it's still going to be an adjusting week. And there goes the bus that dropped me off just now, moments ago, at Eucalyptus. As you can see, it says out of service now, and it's going to turn towards Patterson, but it's supposed to actually go towards Gustine and then back to Patterson. But what do I know? And there it goes right there. But anyway, like I said, just wanted to come on here, and like I said, it's been a week of adjusting. Still going to be a week of adjusting. But like me and my mom both agree, even though our dog is not there physically as we used to seeing her, although we have her ashes, we know that spiritually and presence-wise, she's there. It's like every time I look I look in the area where her beds would be and stuff, I see her there. I picture her there, and I know she's just resting, relaxing, just looking around, going like, okay, what are you guys doing next? Or what are you guys up to? And then I also kind of sense the cat there too, because normally if I know that know me and my mom's cat, she was mostly my mom's cat, she'll just be walking around following us, going like, hey, what are you guys doing, or where are you heading, and all that. So so yeah, basically it's just one of those situations right now that, just like with our cat when she passed a couple of years ago, or my mom's cat that is, that it's going to take some getting used to, not physically seeing her there, but knowing that spiritually and presence-wise she is there. It's like I said before, I think with us feeling them there. Oh, for a sec. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Hopefully, hopefully this doesn't get copyrighted or anything like that. But it is Friday, so there's a lot of music going on. So hopefully, like I said, it doesn't get copyrighted. But like I was saying, as I've mentioned before, I think up in heaven, the animals have a way of seeing us. Like me walking home right now as I am, my dog sees me doing that, and she's walking alongside me. My dogs, my other animals that I've had in the past, they see what I'm doing, they're walking alongside me. And they're also walking alongside those that went before us. And those before us are with us as well. So it's kind of like, it works both ways, I guess you could say. Like, we know they're with us from a spiritual presence standpoint, and we know that we're with them, sort of, in a, like I said, kind of a projection kind of like way, like a visual projection way, like it's us, but it's not fully us until we go up there ourselves. And it looks like something's going on over at the theater over there, as I can see. West Side Theater is doing something. And hold on for a sec.
That's what when she had said that to me, I was like, who's she talking about?
Sorry about that. But that's it. That's the only difference between recording and live streaming. When you're recording, you can pause. When you're live streaming, you just got to deal with what you got. But anyway, like I said, I know it kind of works both ways. Like we feel them here and they sense us there. It's like they see these visual projections, I guess you could say, visual projectional avatars representing us, and they see us, doing what we're doing, along with us, even though it's not really us until we get up there in the future, or whenever the rapture or tribulation will be. Besides that, it's like I said, it's been a week of adjusting, and again, like I said, we feel her there. We know she's there. Just like I said, not the way we're used to seeing her. And the same thing was with the cat and the bird and that went before her, that passed before her. Well, the cat we actually had to put to sleep because of the cancer was getting to her, and we didn't want to see her suffer anymore. And the bird, he just passed due to, like our dog, due to natural causes of age and all that. So yeah, it's been a week of adjusting and everything, but again, it feels like everything is, kind of normal once more. Like I said, the only change is she's not physically there, but spiritually and presence-wise, she is. So I thank the Lord for that. And I know that sounded more convoluted than it should, and I do apologize. One other thing, though, I want to talk about, or a few other things as I walk home here, is as crazy as this sounds. The bus system, STAN RTA, as they're called now, have been getting a little better at what they're doing. They've been getting a little bit better at their job. The drivers, some of them still take their time. Like, this young girl we had tonight and last night apparently likes to be on her phone, and everything, earphones on with it as well, when she gets ahead of herself or gets a bit of a break. Well, hopefully she'll learn from that and not do that ever again. But boy, when she takes her time, I'll put it this way, sometimes it makes it feel like she's putting the guy that I complained about before almost to shame. Now, speaking of the bus, what's interesting is they're changing up the bus stop signs, and right about here, we would have a sign, but now it's gone. So we don't know if they're putting a new sign up, they're putting a bench up, or something like that, along with the new sign, or they're gonna basically take this stop off the map and have us go someplace else. Some have said some bus drivers, I should say, from what I've overheard, have even said that sometimes the stops have been switched around. Like they could be on a different side of the street or a different area, and it's a little bit different for the drivers. So, that's something to look out for. I don't know if over this weekend, like tomorrow or something, they're going to, change things up, put a new sign there, whatever. I mean, they put new signs already, and that person didn't stop, and that's a Mountain Mike's person. Hopefully that's not the lady that delivers our pizza sometimes. But anyway, though, they have been putting up signs and everything, so I don't know what's going on with Inyo and Maine here, but hopefully they get something up real soon too. Because they have been, like I say, putting it up in all the other areas, so I don't know what's happening with this one, if it's being taken off the map or what. I don't really know. But yeah, it's just, obviously they're trying to organize, they're trying to get better, and they're trying to get their drivers new and, original, as far as I'm concerned, adjusted to what's going on. And hopefully some of the newer drivers will have a better understanding of, okay, I can't really take that long, even if I get ahead of myself, because there are people waiting even late at night. The other thing I want to talk about is, as I'm approaching my house is actually over there. I just gotta walk around. One thing I want to talk about is I'm sure a lot of us have dealt with this in the past, but we have neighbors and new neighbors. What's funny is the neighbors we had, um, I don't know, it's kind of complicated, but the house they lived in is kind of like, I guess, family owned or something. So the older couple that was there moved up into the valley, up into the hills, if you will, and the other family members moved in to occupy it. But what's crazy is, unlike the older couple who had some cars, this younger portion of the family has more cars. In fact, my mom even called it like a musical game of cars, if you will. To where like one goes out the driveway, one goes parking, a little away from our mailbox, stuff like that. And it's just like really throwing her off, and we don't know what's going on. Now, we're assuming one of the reasons is because of the fact that maybe one of the people living there has an auto repair business, but he's not supposed to do that here. He's supposed to have a place located elsewhere, but that's not the case. That's not really the case whatsoever. So it's kind of interesting to see, this, kind of play out, if you will, as time goes on. I mean, they do have they do have an understanding, I should say, of, the fact that we need our space for our garbage can because our garbage guy that comes is not a very nice guy. I think sometimes the garbage guy is jealous of the fact that we are mad at the fact that we got into the house before he did. I'm just saying. But he's always particularly picky about how garbage cans and stuff are adjusted. Anyway, long story short, it's just my mom and I have to resort to either putting one of her cars there, to kind of send a message, or one of the garbage or recycling cans to send a message, because it's like, what if we? Because basically, I think what it is with my mom is she's kind of fearful. She's kind of afraid that they're going to park and take a lot of space, and I kind of look at it like, well, if they're young, they got a mindset of territorialness. So hopefully, they get the message. As I'm coming around the corner now, hopefully they get the message of they need to move the cars. They need to, move the cars. They need to understand that this isn't, their territory. This is somebody else's territory. Or not somebody else's territory, but this is not their territory. This is everybody's area, and you can't be taking it over like you own it. So hopefully they understand that, because I got a feeling if it's not us that talks to them, I tell you who's going to talk to them. It's going to be one of these neighbors. And one of these neighbors might end up calling the city, and the city's going to come talk to them. That's what I think is going to happen if they're not careful. But anyway, though, guys, I'm home. Like I said, I just wanted to do this little vlog live stream. And until next time, guys, I will talk to y'all later. Have a good Friday evening. Be safe. But let me know what your thoughts are on everything I had to say.